permission to speak frankly, sir.
Go ahead.
From their vantage point, Fritz has seen all our preparations. Now, the men are tired. We're leading these men to certain death, sir.
Sergeant Tull. I can have you court-martialed for that. I value you, but never contradict an order. No matter how sound your logic may be.
Yes, sir.
Good. Get the men ready. If all things were right and equal, you would make an excellent commissioned officer, Tull.
But they're not, are they, sir?
Sergeant! Stretcher bearer! Stretcher bearer!
We have to be 10 times better just to be equal.
So, how are you feeling today?
Better. Stronger. Back to my old self, definitely.
You don't look it.
Why, thank you, brother. Among my letters yesterday, there was
I know.
one...
An honourable discharge is no shame, Walter.
They've not discharged me, Eddie. They've offered me the chance to train as an officer.
You're hardly out of your sickbed, Walter.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
You had trench fever. You were sick enough for them to send you home.
Well, I'm fine now.
You're going to say no, of course.
I've never seen an officer that, well, looks like us before. Eddie, have you? I mean, isn't this something we should be thinking about?
No.
Come on. Pa always said, aim for the top, Be second to no man.
You were second to no man on the football pitch. It didn't stop them booing you, dropping you, selling you.
They're asking me to do my bit.
They are asking you to risk your life again, Walter. You think you can survive that again?
Gentlemen, welcome to Gales. My name is Captain Coombs, and I will be in charge of your officer training for the next 4 months. By the time you leave here, you will be the most superior of men. Now, I know 1 or 2 of you have seen action on the front lines, but here we start again, and we start as equals, with one aim in mind: to make you officers of the finest army in the world.
At ease. I see it was Colonel Haig Brown recommended you for officer training. Good man, Haig Brown. Look, I shan't beat about the bush, Tull. I know we're in desperate need of officers, but this is a step too far. Celebrated footballer or not, I am a man of military law. And it says here, page 198 to be precise, that officers shall be of pure European descent. Page 471, subsection 2, note 3, Negroes and other persons of colour shall not exercise any actual command or power. This is not about prejudice, Tull, but simply logic. A Negro officer would affect the morale of the men.
Permission to speak, sir.
Granted.
I have led white men previously, sir.
Nonsense. You were a non-commissioned officer, carrying out orders given to you by a superior. Now, I cannot contradict my superiors, but be warned, Tull. My job is to ensure the smooth running of this camp. Anything that gets in the way of that is an enemy not just of mine, but of the entire war effort, and it will not be tolerated. Do I make myself clear?
Perfectly, sir.
Dismissed.
This really is the short straw. We're in the middle of bloody nowhere.
No man's land. I'm not looking forward to PT. Never my forte.
And what is your forte?
Nothing much.
Oh, then what are you doing here?
Target practice for Fritz. My country needs me.
Our country must be desperate.
And my event!
Why is this bed empty?
May I speak frankly, sir?
Go ahead.
I refuse to sleep in the same room as a Negro.
Then I suggest you sleep outside. Either that or go home immediately, Hummings. Either option's fine by me. Cadet Tull, did you bring slacks and shirts to match?
No, sir. Do you think I should dispose of the shoe, sir?
First sign of a good officer, sacrifice. Thank you. Contribution to the battalion funds. I expect you to behave like gentlemen.
Wakey, wakey, my little lovelies! Time for the morning stroll. A little 5-mile run round the camp. Too much chat, not enough movement. Come on, or I'll have you doing 150 press-ups before your day begins. We're supposed to be running, not strolling. We're taking yesterday's long journey here from our legs. We're waking up the mind. We need to think. Mr. Tull, you're supposed to be an athlete. Faster! I said faster!
Who's the slow coach?
Cadet Willis, sir. He's a bit of a pudding.
Are the men with Tull?
Too early to say so.
Anything untoward? Let me know immediately.
Yes, sir. Mr. Willis, you're walking. This isn't a Sunday stroll. If Fritz could see you now, he'd be laughing his cock off.
I'm trying, sir.
Stop now. Everyone stop now. Attention! Don't ever answer me back, Mr. Willis, ever! Any of you try that trick, I'll have you on a 7-day latrine duty in a flash! Do you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Get moving!
My friend, well, he's simply too shy to tell you that he thinks you're, well, the most amazing vision of beauty he's ever seen. I happen to agree with him. You both are, well, both are simply the Madonnas.
Yeah, Hennessy, can we get a move on?
I think I love you.
I'm sorry about my friend.
It's fine. It's rather sweet, actually.
Thank you.
You look like you need a little extra. I'm Connie, by the way.
Walter. Walter Tull. Thank you.
What are you doing that for? Doing what? Being all, you know, with him.
I was not being anything.
Yes, you were. You were all...
He spoke to me, I spoke back.
What am I supposed to do? Ignore the man?
Sorry, dear boy. Oxford only. No plebeians allowed.
My father is hardly what you
I
would.
don't care what your father is. This table is full.
God, it's cold up here.
Aye.
I do say it will get warmer, however. Or we'll get used to it.
Would you mind terribly if we...
Fine. I understand.
How many of you men have used a rifle before? How many of you have shot at a man before? As I'm sure you can attest, it is a totally different affair. The first thing you have to learn is how to hold the rifle with respect, with love even, like a woman. Any of you private schoolboys held a woman before? Did I say something funny, Mr. Hennessy?
No, sir.
Mr. Tull, I'm told you're no stranger to showing the white man how it's done. Come on, let's not monkey about. Demonstrate for us.
Look, the fans are calling us the nigger team. And the board don't like it. Best if you sit this one out.
First rank, standing position.
Permission to speak freely, sir.
Carry on.
I wonder if it might be possible for you not to refer to me in monkey terms. Just one of the men, sir.
Just because a cat's born in a kennel doesn't make it a dog, Mr. Tull.
Gentlemen, we are all, I assume, men of God, so I do not take it lightly when I tell you that this is your Bible. The new SS 135 and SS 143 training manual. Distillation of everything we've learnt in this war to date. You will read it, understand it, devour it, and when the time comes, regurgitate their contents to devastating effect. Every scenario, every principle and procedure, every detail must become second nature, embedded up here. You will be tested on every word, every symbol.
Are you with us, Mr. Tull?
Getting to you already? Suppose you have had far worse than that on the football pitch.
Far worse.
Interesting place, though, this, isn't it? The brightest and the best, being trained so that we can lead more men to their deaths.
It's very optimistic of you.
Am I wrong? I mean, you've been there.
So if you feel like that, why are you here?
My father and my grandfather were both officers. As much as I hate it, and I have to be. The question is, why are you here, Tom? Allowing them to put the wind up you, make an ass of you.
No one's making an ass of me, all right?
You've seen the scale of this massacre, and yet you jump when they offer you the chance to lead more working men to their deaths. I don't question a Negro being here, Tom. I question why a Negro, treated as you are in this country, would want to be here in the first place.
Thank you, Connie.
You remembered my name?
Yes, it's one word. I'm not stupid, you know.
I didn't say you were.
No, you didn't. Sorry. Thank you. Thank you for opening the door for me.
It's all right.
So is that how you ladies do it then here? Girls taking the lead?
I don't quite understand what you mean.
You know, opening doors, saying hello.
If you mean do we have more manners than the English girls, and the answer is yes.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. I'm terribly, terribly glad to hear it. So, what do you well-mannered girls do on a Saturday night in a village like this, then?
If she's mindful of her reputation, she keeps herself to herself.
Oh, reputation, reputation. I have lost the immortal part of myself, and all that remains is bestial. Something my brother would say. Anyway, listen, how about you and me find a town far away from here, where no one knows us, and, well, we can be free as birds.
Are all you coloured boys this forward?
I don't know, I can't speak for anyone else, but me, I believe in carpe diem.
What's that?
It's my favourite saying. It means seize the day.
What African language is that?
Very ancient African language. Latin. So what do you say? Are we stepping out?
No, we are not. But maybe if we happen to run into each other at the end of the day, there's no law saying you can't walk me home.
Be brave, darling. It's only been a day, but already I feel derelict.
Ah, very funny. At least I have a sweetheart, Hummings.
So do I.
Not if you haven't 10 bob in your pocket, you don't.
What are you laughing at, Tom? You ever had a white woman that wasn't a whore?
Depends what you'd call your mother, Hummings.
What did you say?
Calm down. I don't know about you lot, but I can't wait to get out of here, get to the front line, kill a few Frits.
Collect my medal.
And return home a hero.
Can you imagine the amount of girls that would be just waiting for us to propose?
It'll all be that easy, eh, boys?
Well, all the men in my family have been to war and come home heroes.
No one's died? No one injured?
Injuries are for weaklings, my friend. It's all a state of mind.
Hear, hear.
Yes, I'll sleep on that.
You don't just have to lead your men intellectually. You have to be superior to them in every way. Quickest way to gain their respect is to physically impress them. Go. The quickest way to lose their respect is to be weak. There's always one that can't handle it, and I think that's you, isn't it, Mr. Willis? Mr. Tull, what do you think you're doing?
Helping my fellow team member, sir.
You will stop that right now.
Yes, sir, I've stopped, sir.
Play games with me, Mr. Tull. Mr. Willis cannot complete a basic exercise. He should not be here. Carry on.
What are you doing here?
Came out for some air, so.
Thought maybe you were waiting to walk me home.
Have you worked here long?
Too long. When the army opened this place a year ago, my mate Joanne dragged me to help her out. I haven't found the escape route yet. So, I hear you're quite the famous sportsman.
No, I don't know about famous. I mean, I was a footballer, but I'm a soldier now. At least till the war ends.
My dad said he saw you play once.
Oh, yeah?
Said you were rubbish.
He must have me mixed up with someone else. So, have you heard of Rangers?
My team?
Well, I can't be that rubbish if they wanted to sign me, can I?
Is that so?
That is so.
Do you miss it?
I miss the travelling, but yeah, I'm a soldier now. War moves on, time carries on. Till then,
You'll just become an officer and travel the world that way.
yeah.
Have you been to many places?
Let's see. I was born in Folkestone, educated in Bethnal Green, London.
Sounds posh.
It was an orphanage. I've been to Argentina, to Uruguay.
South America?
Yeah, it was a football tournament. We only lost one match, and it wasn't my fault. You can tell your father. Actually, we all got very ill, so basically they cheated.
Excuses.
No, they did. So, been to France, helped dig a trench. Now I'm in Scotland doing the same thing. And, how about you?
No. This is it for me. Gales, Scotland. It's home. And this is where I leave you.
What, under the bridge?
No. My brother waits for me just over it.
Oh. Well, thanks, Connie. It's been the best conversation I've had in a long while.
Yeah, that's because you were talking about yourself.
Oh, yeah.
We should have some more.
I'd like that.
Good. Good night.
Yeah.
Good night.
We'll talk about you next time.
Good.
Good night.
It is the role of the officer to ensure that the men under his command follow the barrage at the correct pace and at the correct distance. 50 yards is about as close as we would risk. So, let's see who knows their yards from their feet. On a beautiful, clear day like this, identifying the 50-yard mark may not be much of a problem. However, like this, well, it's a little more difficult, isn't it, gentlemen? Move as quickly as you can to what you believe to be the 50-yard mark. Stick your flag in the earth and return to first position. Go! Remember, you have men on either side of you. What you think is earth might be your best friend's big toe. Well, that was a mess, wasn't it, gentlemen? Mr. Tull, I'm knocking you out because you've done it before. That makes the winner Mr. Willis. Hold on to the celebration, Mr. Willis. You're still a few feet out. That few feet could be the difference between life and death. Yes.
I just wanted to thank you for helping me. And sorry about the other day.
So, gentlemen, once again I say this is all about speed. Getting the bullets into the magazine as quickly as possible. If the Lewis gunner has to wait, that could be the end of your platoon. Mr. Tull. Are you listening, Mr. Tull? Just because you have done this before does not mean you do not have to listen. Mr. Hummings. That is useless, Mr. Hummings. A girl guide could do this exercise quicker. Mr. Tull, replace Mr. Hummings. Parade yourself, boy. I didn't ask Mr. Cooper. What are you looking at him for? What's the matter with you, boy? Get on with it. Maybe this is all too much for you, eh, Mr. Tull?
Maybe it is, sir. Or maybe I just don't like being called boy or paraded.
Don't be facetious with me, Mr. Tull.
Facetious, sir. I don't know what that means.
Out! Out! Right now!
Do you think this is the right way to go about this, Cadet Tull?
About what, sir?
Don't. I know what you're going through, Tull.
With respect, sir, I don't think you do. I have been praised and promoted for serving our country, and yet I have not been afforded the respect...
Respect is not handed out here, it is earned.
How can I earn it? Fuller speaks to me as if I'm some...
That is all part of your training, Tull. Your specific training. You think it'll all be fine on the field because men have followed you before? Think again. You are not their superior officer. I'm minded to recommend to Colonel Baxter that you be released from Gales. Have you nothing to say? Then I'll give you till Monday. Dismissed, Mr. Tull.
Father, thank you for the gift of family and of food and everything else. Amen.
Amen. That was very articulate.
Can't all be pillars of the community, can we?
Don't be jealous now just because I have a steady job.
Steady job. You don't take money from half your patients.
Only the half who can't afford to pay.
So I wonder you got any food in your house at all.
So how are you feeling?
Fine. Everything's fine.
So you're fitting in all right?
They've given me till Monday to tell them whether or not I want to stay at Gales. And I don't know. I never walked out on anything in my life. I wish it was as straightforward as my colour, but it's more than that. I keep falling into sweats, seeing things I've pushed out of my mind.
And you won't be walking out on anything. Rangers are just waiting for you to return.
I don't care about football right now, Eddie. I don't care. That's all you've got to say to me. Come home.
What else do you want me to say?
Do you remember when Pa used to tell us stories of Grandad in the West Indies? I mean, how do you think Grandpa survived? I contend he just got on with it.
I can't imagine what our grandfather went through, Walter, but I do know he didn't choose to be a slave. He didn't choose his path. But you, on the other hand, Walter...
Some might say it chose me.
Well, I'm not one of them.
Tal. You don't trade blow for blow with the establishment. You outsmart them. Outthink them, Walter.
I don't know what your point is.
I've seen the way you jump when a gun's fired. The way you sweat when you remember. You may fool the others, but a man who's seen shells exploding in front of his face understands why this can longer. The Russian troops are in mutiny in Petrograd. There are rumors of unrest amongst the French. How long before it hits our boys?
I don't think it will.
Depends who's leading them.
I want to be an officer because I know I can do a better job than those that led me. I'm not going to lead our men into mutiny. If I were you, I'd be very careful who I spoke to in that fashion. It's very dangerous talk.
So, Cadet Tal.
Sir, if you would allow me, I'd like to stay on. Succeed. Serve my country the best way I can.
Is that your honest feeling, Tal?
Yes, sir.
Honestly think Shan, isn't he, Billy?
The night, morning. Lots of bangs and whizzes. Self.
Having a nightmare. Having a nightmare. You're lucky the others were so drunk. Otherwise, everyone would have heard you.
What was I saying?
Walter, your nerves are shot. How are you going to lead men into battle?
Fine, Cooper.
Gentlemen, this may be the last time you do this exercise, and there is not a life on the other end of this that will not be damaged. The Mills bomb. This is live ammunition, gentlemen. I reiterate, this is live. If you mess it up, you lose a limb. If you lose a limb, you are no good to your country, or dare I say, the wives you will not attract, or if by some freak chance you do, certainly not satisfy. We don't throw them. What do, Mr. Cooper?
We lob them, sir.
Correct. We lob them, taking care not to hit the overhead parapet and have them rebounding back into our own bloody trench. You may laugh, but it happens, and it's far from funny when it does. And so, pin out, and we let it go. Over to you, Mr. Hummings. Get down! Get down!
What are you doing? I was going to clear it, stupid nigger.
Don't you ever put your hands on me.
Stop that this instant. Let him go. Let him go! This man saved your stupid ass and that of your comrades. If you can't see that, you have no business here. Cadet Hummings, apologize right now. I said apologize, sir.
Bugger this. Bugger all of it.
That was bloody stupid, Mr. Tull. You should have dived for cover. If the officer dies, who leads the men? Consider that test failed, Cadet Tull. In order to graduate, you will need to pass every other exam. Sir.
First line, first wave consists of 2 sections of 6 riflemen.
8.
Damn it! 8.
Maybe you should stop, Walter.
Do I look like I need to stop?
You don't need to talk to me like that.
Sorry.
It's all right. I understand, but you're really pushing yourself.
Can we just do it again, please?
You didn't eat today.
Oh, come on. Look, you didn't need to do that. I'm fine. I'm fine. Would you? I'm fine.
What were you saying about the riflemen again?
Sorry. Thank you.
Building trenches, care of tools, field geometry, levelling, obstacles and machine gun emplacements. All of these subjects you will know like the back of your hand, or you will fail. There's no shame in failing, only in not doing your best. Proceed.
You're quiet.
You're suddenly full of beans. Take it you think you've passed.
Well, whatever happens, happens. I've done my best. You know, what else can I do?
I'm never going to see you again, am I? After this, after you've been sent away. I mean, even if you wanted to. Who's to say you'll even survive?
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
Officers are the first ones over. The first ones they'll see. The first ones they'll shoot at. It's not in your hands. The bullet has to miss you, remember?
Connie. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back.
I'd better.
Yeah, your brother will be waiting.
I don't have a brother.
I know.
It's stupid, and I'm going to regret saying this the instant it comes out of my mouth, but don't forget me. And if you find that you miss me, come back. Come back to me, Walter.
How long will you be willing to wait?
Try me.
Mr. Hennessy.
Yes.
Mr. Cooper. Mr. Willis.
Thank you.
Well done, gentlemen. Oh, I forgot. Mr. Tull.
Second Lieutenant Walter Daniel John Tull. Well done, Officer Tull.
Thank you, sir.
Gentlemen, it's given me great pleasure to see your hard work and determination rewarded with the commission of Officer in the British Army. I must remind you, however, that the real battle is about to begin. Some of you have already lost friends and relatives. Their deaths have not been in vain. We know that the price of liberty is high, but our history and our achievements must be defended. Lead your men with courage and with honor. Thank you, gentlemen.
Attention!
Private Perks was a funny little codger. Troubles in your old kit bag and smile, smile, smile. While you go Lucifer to light your fag, smile, boys, that's the style. What do you say, funny?
Where are they sending you?
Back to the front, I suppose.
I've been meaning to, Pa gave me this just before he died. It was given to him by Grandpa. He would have wanted you to have it now. I know that. So that wherever you are, you remember.
Look how far we've come. Thanks, Eddie.
Just don't die on me, brother.
Come on, let's go. Get up or you die! Get up! Get moving!
Allow me to say how popular Second Lieutenant Walter Tull was throughout the battalion. He was brave and conscientious. He'd been recommended for the Military Cross and had certainly earned it. The commanding officer had every confidence in him, and he was liked by his men. Now he has made the supreme sacrifice pro patria. The battalion and company have lost a faithful officer.
remembrance programmes still to come here on BBC4, as David Reynolds casts a strategic eye over the last events of the First World War in Armistice. Next.
One leader with a thirst for power would face the wrath of an unlikely alliance. World War II behind closed doors. The secrets revealed. Monday at 9 on BBC Two.
Now on BBC4, 90 years since the war to end all wars finally came to a halt, David Reynolds looks back at the events around the armistice and investigates the strategic causes behind the collapse of the German forces.